Hello, everyone. I am Bob Wurzelbacher, the director of the Respect Life Office for the Archdiocese of Cincinnati, and this is the first episode in our new series that we call Being Pro-Life. This month's topic is abortion, crisis pregnancy, and the great work that pregnancy care centers do in our community. We have a special guest today. Could you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, my name is Miguela.
Miguela has a very powerful story she would like to share with us today.
It all started when I was 22 and I found out I was pregnant. I wasn't ready. I was still in school and I was working part-time. And I was also living with my mother. It just wasn't a good time. So the first thing that we did is we Googled pregnancy center or like abortion clinic, and Elizabeth New Life Center came up for us. We scheduled an appointment and we went in that day. When we got there, it was one of the best feelings, I guess. When I walked in, it was so warm and they were willing to answer any questions that we had. Once we heard the ultrasound and her heartbeat, I was overwhelmed with joy, but at the same time, I just kept going back and forth like, okay, I'm not ready, I'm young. What if our parents are going to think of us? What about our church? We're not married. Like, where do we go from here? Once we left there, I was like, well, maybe we should just get an abortion. Maybe we can just get rid of the baby and just not worry about it. We won't even have to tell our parents. So we called the abortion clinic and we scheduled an appointment, and the lady advised over the phone that we have to have $250 to even have a consult with the medical profession.
How much did it cost you to visit the Elizabeth New Life Center?
It was free.
Including the ultrasound, it was all free.
The ultrasound and the pregnancy tests were all free.
And it cost you over $200 to make an appointment at the abortion center.
That is correct. So once we were there, we gave them the money that we had. And when I went in the room, the lady, once she put the machine on my lower abdominal, she turned the screen away from me so I couldn't see my baby.
Wow.
She's like, yeah, you are pregnant. You are about 8 weeks. And I said, okay. And she said, well, we'll have you come back in 2 weeks and we'll go ahead and do the procedure, but you'll need an additional $250.
That's $500 in total for this.
Yes.
Wow. So what happened then?
When I was at the abortion clinic, we were in the waiting room and I asked the lady, well, what do you do with the babies after the procedure? And she just told me we throw them away. And even though I wasn't ready to have a baby, I know that my baby didn't deserve to go in the trash can.
My goodness, in a trash can. That's just even hard to imagine.
Yes. So we went in the waiting room to schedule our second appointment, and there were so many other women in my same situation, and they were crying. A lot of them were weak because they got the procedure done and they were waiting on someone to pick them up. I guess I picked up on the atmosphere and the demeanor of everything, and that played a big, huge part also. So we scheduled the appointment. My appointment was 2 weeks later, and we left out, and there was this lady on the sidewalk, and her words still bring chills on my skin to this day. And she's like, have a voice for that baby. That baby will bring you so much joy. Just think twice about the decision that you're going to make. And she had so much impact on my decision and how I was feeling that day. So when we were leaving, I was just overwhelmed with so much emotion. I just started crying. And I just wish I could thank that lady, because she had a big major impact on me having that second thought.
I know who that lady is.
You do?
I do. I could get you two together.
Oh my gosh.
I could absolutely do that. But let's go back. Let's go on to the story.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
So you're walking out of the abortion clinic.
And Went back home and I just cried. I just cried for hours, and I cried myself to sleep because I was pregnant, and I didn't think it over. I just was thinking about myself. I was being selfish. This was a person. This was someone that had a heartbeat. This was someone that had fingers and toes and a brain, everything that was going on. It was just too much. It came 2 weeks later, came, and it was the day of the abortion appointment. And I never had morning sickness, never. That day I woke up, I was sick to my stomach. My knees were buckling. I could barely walk. And I made a decision. And I called that abortion clinic and I told them to cancel my appointment and that I was going to be someone's mother. And I told them, I said, I want my money back because I'm going to need that to take care of my baby. And she's like, no, you already paid for your consultation and that's it. And she hung up on me.
Wow.
So I did follow up with Elizabeth New Life Center. I scheduled an appointment and immediately started taking the parenting classes. At first, her father, he did come with some of the appointments if he wasn't working, but eventually he stopped coming. And that hurt me so much because he promised me that we were going to do this together, and whatever decision I made, he was going to support it, and he wasn't there anymore. I was doing everything by myself.
So now you're doing this alone.
Yeah, now I'm coming to the classes by myself, and he only comes around when it's convenient for him.
Now maybe take us to the birth, perhaps.
The birth, okay. Well, I lost my mucus plug, and I was like, oh my God, I thought I was losing the baby. I thought it was a piece of the baby or something. I was scared. I panicked. So I called them, and they have a 24-hour hotline where you could call and talk to a nurse on site.
Right.
And she's like, oh, you're fine. The baby's fine. Your baby's coming. I was like, she's doing what? She's on her way. So she's like, go to the mall, walk in your neighborhood to get that baby going down into the birth canal. And I was like, birth canal? What are you talking about? So the cramps started getting worse, and then they started getting closer, and it was our time to go to the hospital. The consultant that I had at Elizabeth New Life Center, she came to the hospital.
Oh, that's great.
She bought her first outfit, and she
Wow.
gave me a card and congratulated me through everything that I've gone through, and that she was very happy for me.
I'm sure you didn't get any visits from the abortion center.
Oh, no.
I'm sure.
No.
Okay.
So after we left the hospital, it's not just for when you're pregnant. They have parenting classes that you could go to after you have the baby to keep earning the items that you need for your child. So I went to those classes, and it was just me and her, and that's all I needed.
Wow. So you got a lot of support from the Elizabeth New Life Center to be a mom and take care of your child.
Yes,
Right.
that is correct.
Sometimes perhaps people hear that criticism, that they think if someone is trying to help someone make a choice and not choose abortion, they don't care about the mother. They just want to save the baby. But your experience is that they were concerned about you. They were concerned about your situation and your ability to parent this child.
Yeah, they were more concerned about my well-being, because
Right.
if I wasn't 100%, how could I be the mother for the child to be 100%?
Right. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Ariane.
Ariane. Tell us about Ariane. What's she like?
Oh my gosh. she's like an angel that God sent to me. And it still hurts me to this day that I even thought, every time I see her, she just has this light that I just never knew that someone could have. She has this like automatic energy that anywhere she goes, like people gravitate to her and they love her.
That's just so beautiful hearing you describe your daughter like that.
Yeah. And even though when things get tough and, you know, I'm at the point where I want to give up, I can just look at her and I just get this energy. Like, I don't know. It's like I'm running on fumes and I just look at her and she just gives me this other type of energy just to keep going, just not to give up. And she believes in me. And it could be the smallest thing that I do. Like, I remember she had like a rock in her shoe or something and her foot was hurting and I got it out. And she was like, Mommy, you are the best. You saved me. Like I was a superhero. And it's just the best feeling knowing that me and her are together and we're tackling the world.
Right. So you look very excited and happy about your life. You're getting ready to graduate. Your daughter is 6. She's in school. You're getting engaged. Things are just all coming together for you.
Yes.
You have a good
Everything's
job.
working. Oh, yes. I work at Elizabeth New Life Center. And all the overwhelming help and support that they gave me, I want to give back to the ladies that will come into our doors. I was there. Like, I know.
You received some help from them, and now you're inspired and you want to
Yeah.
give back
Give
and
back.
do the same thing. Do the same thing for others. That's such a beautiful. That's the way God works.
Yes.
He inspires us to give the way we have received.
Yes.
So what are some of the ways that if a person wanted to help and get involved, how can we help the Elizabeth New Life Center or other pregnancy care centers that are near us?
The major thing is volunteering.
So what do volunteers do?
The volunteers, they come in, they can work in the women's center, they can do a consultation, they can babysit for the parenting classes.
Right.
They help with our banquets. They help with any like of the paperwork or anything like the behind the scenes work here at the administrative office. They help with like filing papers, sending out mailings, different things of that sort.
I think they also sort clothes and things like that
Yes.
as well, right?
Yes. Yes, we even have students come in and sort clothes for the boutique. And there's a lot of ladies, they come in and they knit blankets for the babies, and they knit clothes and hats for the babies, and they just donate it.
So if you can knit, if you can sort, if you can add and subtract, right? If you
Yes.
can counsel, if you love to watch babies, there's all kinds of skills that can be useful at your local pregnancy care center.
Yes.
So just
Donations are huge. If you have old baby items that you don't use anymore or anything of that sort, that is how we prosper. Like everything, like a lot of the things that I received were donated and they were in great condition.
Right. And I'm sure they can also use monetary donations.
Monetary, yes.
Right. I'll put in a plug right now. The first Sunday of October, the Archdiocese has a collection called the Respect Life Fund, and many pregnancy care centers apply for funds from that. If you do give to that fund at a Catholic church on the first Sunday of October, then those monies will be forwarded to various pregnancy care centers across the Archdiocese as well. So that's another way to give. Okay, Michaela, tell us, if there's a woman going through a difficult pregnancy and they're not sure what to do, what would you want to say to them?
You can do it. Like, God is there. Sometimes I had to pray. A lot of times I had to pray, and you can do it. Just be open to the pregnancy resources that are available. I didn't necessarily have the support that I needed, and I found the support with the Elizabeth New Life Center.
Great. You can do it. That
Yes.
is a great message. The message of hope. Well, I hope that people find I know I am very inspired by your story. I love that smile you have. I love to hear you talk about your daughter.
Mhm.
Seems like an incredible relationship. She's an incredible gift to you, your family, and this world, and will continue to be as she grows up and grows older. Well, thank you for spending some time with us this morning. Have a terrific day, and may God bless you. And I hope to, and we'll have to get you together with that woman that you saw in the parking lot. We'll have to make that happen sometime soon. Okay. Have a great day. Talk to you later, Michaela.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.